talking about this motivating factor and how you've been giving them the right message about, proving the critics wrong. What has that message been?
Well, we haven't really said much about really the critics wrong. I think the motivation for this team is, I hope, it's the same as it was in October, Jim. It's we get better. We got a chance to get better. We got another game, and we got a chance to get better. And I think this team, if you look at us in December, we looked one way, and we're a lot better team now here in March than we were in December. And that's, from a coaching standpoint, that's all that you can ask from your players is get better. And then as the opportunities come about, you try to make the most of them. And I think our guys have done a lot of that throughout the season. And now we find ourselves one of 68 teams that you get a chance to play in the national tournament. And that's special. That means something, especially for this team, as young and as inexperienced as they were. And I want them to relax. I want them to have fun. I want them to also know that they belong. They've earned this bid, and they belong. And now let's see what happens.
Will it be difficult to keep them relaxed with so much at stake?
I hope not. But again, it's youth. We're going through it for the first time. Only Tony and Bryce and Norman have had an NCAA game under their belt. So there's not a lot, but we're playing a team that may not have any of those players that have played in the NCAA game because they were upset about not getting in last year. So you got two teams that, are relative new to this experience, so it makes for a great game.
And you're going against a team whose coach used to coach here at UCLA.
He's a Hall of Famer. Coach Brown's done so much for this game, not just at the collegiate level or the professional level. He's just somebody that's been in the game for a long time and had success over a long time. And when you do that, you've really given back to the game and you mean a lot to the game. So I've always had a lot of respect for Coach Brown, and I've ran across his paths along the way, being an Indiana guy and him being a Carolina guy. We've been in some circles together, and he's always been extremely kind to me when I've reached out to him. So looking forward to the matchup, and I have a lot of respect for him, and after watching tape, an awful lot of respect for his team.
Talking about Norman's leadership, you talked about it a little bit. What does he bring to this team going into this tournament?
Well, Norman's got 4 years under his belt, so that's the one guy that we needed. It doesn't always happen that way because sometimes seniors feel the heat, they feel the pressure, and they don't play well in the last month. You saw that a little bit in our league. There were some guys do that, and Norman was very special because he raised his level of game in his last month, and I think that helped raise the team's level of play. Took a lot of pressure off of our young guys. You're seeing that with our bench right now, and Norman's had a big piece of that.
And what does this team learn from the Pac-12 tournament?
Well, that I think we can play with anybody. We've played Arizona, we've played Kentucky, we've played Gonzaga, we've played Oklahoma, we've played Carolina, we've played Arizona twice, and all those teams are top 3 seeds in the national tournament. And most recently, Arizona, on their floor and on a neutral floor for 39 minutes, it was a tie game. And so that tells us, and hopefully tells our guys, that if we do what we're capable of doing, now you have a lot of things go right. We can't get into a lot of foul trouble, but even that, in Tucson, we had 3 bigs foul out, and the 4th big had 4 fouls, and yet with a minute to go, we were right there. So I think these guys are as confident as they've been all year, and hopefully we can go in the tournament. We're like everybody else. You gotta guard, you gotta finish with rebounds, but you gotta make some shots too, and we've got to make some shots.
What makes SMU's front court defense tough to play against?
Well, they're very long, they're big, they're strong, they're physical. We're really comparing them to Arizona, to be honest with you. If you're looking for a team to compare them to in our league, of how they play, how they look, it's Arizona. They only average making 4 threes a game, but they shoot 48-49% from the field. They get a lot of paint scores. That's Arizona. They run in transition. That's Arizona. They are a tremendous rebounding team. That's Arizona, and they really guard. They hang their hat at the defensive end, and that's probably the most concerning. We got to find ways of scoring.
You guys, this year, his Tony is gone, the team is gone. How do you make sure he stays involved and out of foul trouble?
Well, we said that, I think, back in September and October, that Tony was going to be a big key. And unfair or not fair, sometimes it's not fair to the player because he's starting his first year at UCLA as a center. So it's not like he's in his junior year and it's his 3rd year as a starter. It's his first year of it, and he's done a really good job of it. We lost him with back spasms for a road trip, in mid-season, and he's got to come back from that. But we've got to ride him, and that doesn't mean he's got to score 25 points, but he's got to have a presence inside. The ball's got to get to him. He's got to make good decisions, and he's got to defend without getting in foul trouble.
With them so similar to Arizona, you guys seemed as zone pretty effectively against Arizona. Is that something you foresee using quite a bit against SMU?
Yeah, I mean, we've changed defenses all year, so I'm assuming that's what we're going to do again. But it's always been a feel of how we're guarding things, how we're doing things. So sometimes we change it up just to see if the other team knows what to do against things, and then if we seem like we're on a roll in a particular defense, we'll stay with that.
Can you talk about Kavan's progress so far?
Well, for a freshman, somebody that's been right at a double-double all year long. He's been consistent, and really proud of him. He showed a lot of toughness and a lot of unselfishness just to try to play in that game. He got fitted for a mask at 4:30, and our tip is at 6. So, he's a lot more comfortable now. He's got the Westbrook mask, so now we got him in a UCLA mask, so he's a lot more comfortable going into this game.
Now you just want him to play like Westbrook.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. Russ is having a pretty good year.
Has he reached out to Kavan?
Oh, that I don't know. Yeah,
How have you seen Kavan adjust to with the new
he's been
mask?
tremendous. I even asked him last night if he wanted to get some extra shots up with the mask on, just kind of messing with him, and he took one shot from the corner and made it, and he just walked off and said, "Coach, it doesn't matter, mask or no mask." So he's confident, and he's doing a great job for us, and he's just had a tremendous demeanor all year, and you don't see guys like that are, first-round lottery pick type guys after 1 year as coachable as he is. He's extremely coachable, and he's not just having a great year here, he's going to have a tremendous career.